What's up with it, man? If you hoop overseas and you watching this video, let me start out by saying I will bust your ass. What's up with it, guys? It's your boy Steve, SD the Barber, and today I'm gonna help you guys get the clippers that you need to keep your hair fresh while overseas. All my guys that hoop overseas, if you hoop overseas, if you're in the military, or if you're just doing business overseas, or you're just traveling overseas, I'm gonna show you what you need to keep your hair. Right now I live in France. I've been here for the past 7 to 8 years, and my first time in France was 10 years ago, and I brought my T outliners with me. And you know, I didn't know nothing about the 220 versus the 110 volts. So I brought my T outliners with me, and if you watching this video, you already know once you plug them in, you get that once you plug them in and you're overseas, you get that loud noise, the hard vibration. You cannot cut your hair with that clipper. It's too powerful and it's too noisy. So I talked to my girlfriend, and she was like, my grandpa has a converter. So I just was looking for a converter to convert the 220 to 110 after I looked online and seen what I need. So I went to her grandpa's house, got the converter, came back, plugged in the converter, and still the loud noise. And the problem was that America is 110 volts with 60 hertz, and in Europe is 220 with 50 hertz. So it transferred the 220 to the 110, but it did not transfer the 50 hertz to the 60 hertz, which is what you really need. So, you know, I started to do my research, and I gathered different components that I needed to get my clippers working. I start selling the 60 hertz converter, which helps your clipper, which gets you clippers right. You know, you could get an American clipper, plug it right into my converters that I sell, and the noise will stop. Your clippers will work like you're in America. A few years, I've been selling for like 5 or 6 years. You know, and people get them and buy them. You know, you can look on my comments and see that I done sold to many people, man. And you know, mostly who come to me are guys that's in the military, or they play basketball. And I have a few guys who travel, or they may live in a different country and went to America, bought some clippers, and found out they didn't work in Europe. So I've been selling those for quite a while. Now, if you really want to keep your clipper, your Andis Master, your Andis T outliner, or you know, I mean, your whatever clipper you have that's from America, if you really want to keep it, I still sell these converters, but I'm gonna show you guys another way to get your hair fresh and stay clean while you're overseas. So the Wahl Magic Clip. I have a Wahl Magic Clip. It's a cordless clipper, you know, and it cuts great. You know, all the barbers use these clippers. So, and they're not expensive. You can get you a pair of those for like, I believe like 70 or 80 bucks in America. You want to get some good clippers, get these Wahl Magic Clips. Recently I just picked up another pair, the Wahl Seniors, also another cordless clipper. And the thing with the cordless clippers is, the great thing about these ones is that you don't need a converter when you're overseas. You can plug these up into the wall and they'll charge just like that. You just need a adapter for the plug. That's all you need. But they'll charge, no problem. You can even plug them up and use them still, no problem. That's the good thing about these. They work with 220 volts and they work with 110 volts. That's why I love the Magic Clip and the Wahl Seniors. So if you want to do that, that's a good route to go. I'm gonna leave some links in the description below, so you guys can go to Amazon and get y'all some of these clippers, man, because they're really great, you know, and they're gonna keep you fresh, man. The icing on the cake is the liners. So right now they sell the Andis T outliner cordless. I haven't tried these. You know, they're a little too expensive for me to even, you know, think about it, like 200 bucks. I don't, with what I got right now, I'm good. So what I have is the Wahl detailers. Now these here are great if you're overseas and you plan on staying overseas for a while. Get you a pair of Wahl detailers, because you zero gap them and they're gonna work just as good, or not, or maybe even better is the Andis outliner. Get you a pair of wall detailers. You know what I'm saying? Get you a pair of wall detailers, zero gap them, and you know what I mean, you're gonna have your line up and everything else looking fresh, man. That's gonna put the icing on the cake after you cut your hair. You know what I mean? Get you a fresh taper fade or a ball fade, whatever it is, man. Hit it with them detailers. Your stuff gonna pop. You're gonna be looking fresh, man, for your game, for whatever, you know, your drills, man, whatever it is, whatever you over here for. You're gonna be looking fresh, man. Get you a pair of wall detailers. I also picked up the Wahl retro T-cuts. Now these jokers hit good, you know what I mean? I really like these retro T-cut. They hit really well. But one thing, I forgot to mention about the Wahl detailers. So if you're gonna buy you a pair of Wahl detailers, don't buy them from America. Wait till you get overseas, then order them from a website overseas, because they're the European plug, you know what I mean? They're the European plug. You don't want to get the American plug, and then you really would have to get a converter. With these, you get the European Wahl detailers that come with the European plug. They all, you know what I mean? And it's going to do the job that needs to be done. There's a guy that I follow on Instagram, Slaughter Cuts, man. He lines up with his, all he uses is Wahl detailers. And man, his stuff be looking sharp, man. I don't know, he's zero gap. He doesn't be, you know, he doesn't really be cutting people either. So, you know, his stuff looks sharp. So the Wahl detailers, that's the way to go, man. If you plan on staying overseas for a while, get you a pair of Wahl detailers. Get you a pair of cordless seniors or the magic clip. Get you a pair of cordless clippers, and you're gonna be good. Even if you don't get a pair of cordless clippers, when you get overseas, you can also buy some Wahl Legends. They're not cordless, but they, you know what I mean, you can cut, they do the same job as the Wahl Magic Clip or the cordless seniors. They're just not cordless. So, but if you guys have, you know, separation anxiety from your T outliners, your Andis T outliners or your Andis Masters, because I have a pair of Andis T outliners and a pair of Andis Masters. I don't use them. You know, I might use them like once every 3-4 months. I rarely use them. But if you have separation anxiety from your clippers that you bought from America, like your T outliners, like I said, or the Andis Masters, I do still sell a 60 hertz converter. So if you need that, just holler at me. I get that right to you. I've been selling these things for the past 5 years. So if you need these clippers, I'm gonna leave a link in the description. Get fresh, and I'll see you guys in the next video.